Hey guys, Creed here from Disappointing Turtle, and we've had yet another update from GOG involving our beloved Redguard and Beasts. Have they gone too far this time? Comments at the moment evolving this never-ending stream of updates that we keep getting. I found myself wondering, is it the problem of the developers or of the consumer? Obviously, it's had quite a big sort of impact on the community. There are lots of people leaving. I know that this is kind of being downplayed a little bit. I've seen lots of comments of people saying, well, there's not many people from leaving this place, this has been over-exaggerated, etc, etc. But I think what people forget is that each kingdom is different. Just because 2 people leave from your kingdom, it doesn't mean that 30 haven't left from another. And essentially all of these, do start to add up until you're in the hundreds and the thousands of people quitting because of these updates. So I think that the key here is choice. When you go into a game shop and you're reading the back of the games, you're going to choose something that you like the sound of, and you're going to purchase that game expecting it to play as it's been sold to you. And of an occasion it isn't, and you're really disappointed. But the difference is you can then take that game back to the shop and return it, or you can exchange. There's other ways of getting your money back. GOG are obviously making this increasingly more difficult to be able to actually get your money back. There are lots of people at the moment who are buying packs and not receiving it, and then because of this huge cashback offers through the app stores that a lot of people are cashing in on, Guns of Glory are just simply sending out these same generic messages to everybody, just literally apologising. There's no compensation, and this actually isn't good enough, because you're delivering a service. They are the consumer. They have bought into your product that you are selling, and you have not delivered. That is just ripping people off. That's actually, inexcusable. As to whether this is what is causing people to quit, or whether it is the updates or lots of other reasons, I'm not entirely sure. This is what I was exploring and wanted to kind of look into, was the different reasons that people were quitting the game. When I came up with the concept of Disappointing Turtle, I did it because I wanted to help people stay in the game. I started off helping people in my alliance, and then people in my kingdom, and then I started expanding out, and I started helping people with in different groups, on all sorts of different social networking sites. This seemed the sort of natural way to go. So I feel as though it's only fair that I kind of deliver the things that you guys actually expect. I'm not saying that anybody's going to listen to me. I mean, I don't have a lot of viewers, and I appreciate every single one of you. I'm here for you. I really, really enjoy doing this. So I can't say that I'm going to have some voice and all of a sudden everything's going to change overnight. I don't think that's going to happen at all. But I do kind of want to explore a little bit how you guys feel and why it's actually okay to be pissed off with this never-ending stream of updates, essentially. I just want to start by obviously highlighting that this is a free product. It's a free game that you download. You're not walking into a shop. That being said, you should still have expectations of what you're getting. You are actually the product at this point, because it's a free app. All the money that they're making from you and from advertising. So actually, without you as their customer base, this game as a free game wouldn't be making any money. Now, the alternative to that would be packaging it up, putting it in a box and selling it in a shop. But realistically, the revenue that's going to come from that is going to be so small, because there are just so many other better games out of there. I play a ton of RPGs. They are literally my favourite games to play. This is probably the first one that has ever kept me engaged on any sort of free app. And I know they have it down as a strategy game, but it's not really anymore, is it? I'm now just going to put it under RPG, even though I have no idea what vampires and hellmouths have to do with musketeers, but, you know, whatever. We'll forgive them some of their graces. We'll just roll with it. We just accept it for what it is, and we just go, yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds legit. I'm not going to question that. We'll just go on. We'll just go with that one. When a game is boxed and packaged, you can reinvent it. And it doesn't matter, because people will read the back and they will either buy it or they won't. Plenty of huge gaming franchises have done it lots and lots of times. Assassin's Creed, I've played every single game. About 3 games back, they suddenly decided to change the controllers. It was absolutely infuriating. It pissed me off to high hell, because for 8 years I had played with one lot of controls. And then all of a sudden they changed. But you know what? I played for an hour and I knew them, and it didn't matter. So, you know, Super Mario Brothers. When they brought out Mario Kart, they literally went from a platform game to a car racing game. Reinvented the entire concept, but people still accepted it and bought into it. The difference with Guns of Glory is the concept that people have bought into has been altered and changed without being rebranded. You're still being sold that this product is Guns of Glory, and it isn't anymore. It's Guns of Glory 2.0, you know, and I know they like to put the numbers on their updates, but it doesn't excuse the fact that this game is no longer the game that people downloaded 2 years ago. And of course, they are going to keep getting their downloads. I have checked. I will show you myself once I've sent my troops to their inevitable death, because, you know, this is another fuck up. I like the fact that they are more challenging, don't get me wrong. I do not appreciate spending 3 million food healing my troops, however. Okay, so here we go. This is just some of their analytics. I'm not paying to have all of them, but these are the ones that I can gain access to and that are public. You can all go and have a little look. But June, 100k downloads on Guns of Glory. So they are literally still raking in the money. $6 million revenue worldwide. I'm sure that figure is probably actually higher than that. That's probably an underestimation. This is what I found really, really interesting. So basically, I went back through all of their videos that they have, and I basically corresponded the dates of all the updates with the fluctuations on this chart. So these are obviously their reviews. This is just regarding Apple, by the way. So this isn't including the Huawei app stores, Play Store, all the other app stores where you can download this game from. This is just on Apple. But I was going through and I was having a look at these influxes of negative comments. So you've got positive, 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 and then all of a sudden you've got this like barrage of negative. And when you go back and you look at these dates, they're all key dates for when these updates are. You've got July the 20th. I did take some notes, so, but you know, July the 20th is literally when they decided to put the new update in with the Beasts and the Red Guards. So instantly people have started disliking that. And I don't think it's the fact that the change came. I think it's the fact that all of these changes have happened so consecutively, one after the other, one after the other. And all you have to do is actually go through and have a look at all of this stuff. Like category ranking history. So this is where they basically categorize where they fall within the app store as to how popular that game is to download at the time. And if you go into all categories, here we go. So from May right up until July, look at all of these spikes. And again, this is just Apple. This isn't including all the other app stores. I'm pretty sure if you overlaid all of those on top, they would be pretty similar. But all of these massive drops all correspond with updates. All of them. Look, July the 3rd, massive, massive drop in game installs. That's when the new guard system came out. Now, the thing is essentially what this is measuring is, well, two things. What they think they're measuring is new players, people that are starting to install the game. They're not. A great percentage of that is people with farms, people that have relocated from other kingdoms, so they're not new players. What they've done is they've abandoned 6 castles to go and make 6 more somewhere else. The other 6 that have been left behind are not active and are not going to generate any money for the developers. Anyway, it's quite interesting. You can have a look at this, you know, yourself, sensortower.com. You can come and have a look. I've literally gone through all of these to have a look at when these spikes sort of occur. So you've got May the 21st there. That was when the airship update was. And then it did have a bit of a climb. Now, the thing is, I think the actual reason for these declines in the downloads is to do with the comments that people leave in the app stores. I think it actually has a more negative impact than what they believe it does. Sorry, you may have noticed that my lighting's just changed. I've got a terrible migraine, my eyes are stinging, so I keep squinting and it's getting quite dark, so I've just had to change the colour of my light so that I'm not talking to you like this. With each update that they do in this really close time all to each other, there are more and more negative comments. And as a new consumer, we're now programmed to go straight to the reviews and to read comments. We now live in a society where there are so many fraudulent things and it's really easy to get conned and scammed that for some unknown, slightly naive reason, we go to the reviews to listen to a normal person give their opinion of a product, and then we base our opinion on whether we're going to buy that product on somebody else's opinion. And it doesn't actually matter whether that opinion is accurate or not, because the person who's reading the review hasn't tried the product yet, so they don't know, but they take it on face value. All of these negative comments, when you have a stream, I mean, yes, okay, I know that there are positive ones mixed in here at the moment, but that's not necessarily what I'm trying to draw attention to. But when you have all of these 1-star comments and you're a new consumer, you go on here and you read the reviews, you are not going to download this game. I know that this game gets downloaded a lot because if you get so far, you get things for other games. So a lot of these downloads are actually people coming in here to get to C15 because they need some gems for RuneScape or Kings of Avalon, whatever it is at the time. If people don't download the app because it is linked to these negative reviews and comments all the time, then there is no market. So surely it is very much in their interest to actually start listening to the people who are consuming this product. It doesn't matter what the product is. We have bought into it. What we are now playing is not the product that we were sold originally. And it doesn't matter that 100,000 people have downloaded this game, because eventually the negative will outweigh the positive. We stay for the communities. That is part of the game. Part of the game is making friends and meeting people from all around the world and helping each other and building these relationships that you might not necessarily have the opportunities for. You don't realise that when you first start playing, but once you've played for a little while, as I've highlighted in loads of my videos, it is a massive aspect of the game. When those communities dwindle because people leave because they're pissed off because of 10 updates in 7 months, they leave as well. They don't care that they've invested time and money. Nobody wants to sit there in an empty kingdom entertaining themselves. You leave, you're not that invested. You just go and buy the next game that is coming out. Assassin's Creed, Valhalla. Can't bloody wait. The minute it starts coming out, I am on that. I am all over it. Guns of Glory, never is going to stand up to any of those massive franchises. So why they're taking pleasure in ripping off their customer base, I really don't understand. I just don't understand how you can be in it so much for the short term. It doesn't actually matter if you're the biggest visionary in the world and you have this absolutely outstanding idea. If the world isn't ready for it yet, it will not sell. It will not be well received. And it doesn't matter what that product is. And yes, we are talking about a game, and maybe we shouldn't take it too seriously, but it is a business, and you're destroying the market for that business. And I think overall, the devs need to actually start listening to the existing players and what they want and expect from the game, because eventually the new players and the new installs are gonna run out. People will stop paying attention, they will move on to the next fad, the next craze, and maybe for the developers of Guns of Glory that isn't a huge deal, because I know that they have other games to fall back on. But when you have something that's pulling in so much revenue, you should be nurturing that project, not trying to kill it. You know, that being said, I will continue playing and I will continue helping everybody. That's been my sole purpose. It's why the concept of the channel, it's why I'm doing all of this. Maybe somebody will see this and I can't see anything changing. This wasn't meant to be a rant video, but the more that you sort of start to dig into things, it just doesn't seem to make much sense as to why they would go down this direction. And I know, obviously, when you create something, you want it to be amazing, and for whatever reason, whether it's budget, equipment, whatever, you might not be able to make the product that you wanted originally, and so that means doing updates and having these installs and things like that, and I absolutely respect the creativity of the developers. That is not in question, but what is in question is when you keep implementing all of these things and it's actually not wanted, it isn't being well received. And this isn't just a community of moaners, this is a community of people that have invested time and money into something that are no longer receiving the something that they invested time and money in for. And I think that maybe that's something worth taking into consideration. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I know this has been a little bit of a negative one maybe compared to what I normally do, but I'm going to carry on my quest of trying to keep people in the game. It can't be positive all the time, right? We've got to make the most of what we're doing with these upgrades. Hopefully I'll have, well not hopefully, I will have some videos for you soon in regards to guards, troop formation, everything that's going on at the moment. Yeah, have a lovely day, as always. Take care guys. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell. Hopefully I should be starting some live sessions soon. Yeah, awesome. Take care.